let's play a little mind game. Nothing too scary unless you find the alphabet absolutely terrifying, in which case this is going to be your nightmare. On this card I have got 4 letters: Q, A, W and G, and I want you just to choose one of those letters now. Now, if I got it right, I reckon you picked the letter A. If I got it right, like this video. If I got it wrong, comment down below which letter you picked. Let's talk about a piece of psychological wizardry that makes people believe that I can read their minds, or at least make sure I know their alphabet preferences. Hello everyone, my name is Chase and I am a mentalist magician. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you a trick that freaks people out, and there's nothing to do with actual magic. It's all to do with how your brain makes decisions, even without you realising it. Some of you may have already seen the experiment or the trick on all my social media accounts, or if you haven't, it'll be at the beginning of this video, and that is the trick that I'm going to be teaching you how to do. In the video, I showed you 4 letters, and I made you pick one. Then I revealed which one I think you will pick. But did I Jedi mind trick you? No, I just used a little bit of psychology and a sneaky little sprinkle of persuasion. Well, like I said, in this video I'm going to be teaching you exactly how it works so you can read people's minds. Kind of. Alright, let's talk about the 3 psychological principles that make this force work. The first principle is the position of where the A is. It's not at the beginning, it's not at the end, it's safely put in the second position. Studies show that when people get given a list, people won't pick the first or the last option. So, by putting the letter A in the second position, gives you a higher percentage and a good chance of them picking it. Sure, they can pick the letter W as well. Well, they can pick all the letters, I suppose, but they're more likely to pick the letter A or W. But the next psychological principle is the reason why they won't go for the letter W. And that principle is commonality. People love things that are in common, and all things commonality. It's why humans see patterns in things that aren't actually there. And the letter A is one of the most common letters in the English language. Your brain sees it, processes it, and then boom, it picks it. It's like you outcast the letter Q, W and G. Poor W. Nobody ever picks W. And another slight thing you've probably not realised is that it's the only vowel. Q, W and G are... Come on, English degree. I haven't got an English degree. Don't know why I said that. Come on, English GCSE. You know what the opposite of a vowel is when it's not a vowel. It's a, consonant. I watch Countdown sometimes. But yeah, it's the only vowel. A is the only vowel on there. And the last principle is familiarity. And here's the juicy part. People love letters in their own name. So if your name begins with an A, like Alex, Anna, Abigail, I can't think of any other names beginning with the letter A, you will automatically associate with the letter A straight away. And guess what? The letter A appears most commonly in common names in the English language or the English hemisphere. So putting or choosing to use the letter A is a really good option. Think about it. My name, Chase. C-H-A-S-E, right? It's in there. It's the most common letter in not just names, but in the English language, like I said before. So by having it as a name thing as well, that's where things get better. Think about it. If I wrote all these 4 letters down, but I switched out the letter A for the letter your name begins with, then you're going to be so obsessed with that letter. You won't think about it. This will all be up subconscious, because obviously Q, W and G, no one thinks about them, and then Q and G, they're the first and last ones. But this one is not only your name, but it's in the prime position. The only real issue is when your name begins with a Q, W or a G, I suppose. But might just be best to stick with the letter A. And that's why this trick is absolutely crazy. It's not just one principle, it's 3 principles working together in unison to make it as good as possible. And let's be honest, when people do pick the other letters, it's because they're trying to be intentionally awkward. So there's ways around that, which we'll get to later in this video. Quick pause before we go any further. Recently, I brought out a new product called Colour Fill. And this trick is much more than just a simple card matching routine. It's actually something a lot deeper. The best part is the more you perform it, the better you are at cold reading, which is essential for anybody who's really into mind reading and mentalism. You can either pick up a physical copy, which you have 10 premium linen cards, tech enhanced gimmicks, and boxes to go with it. There's only a couple left though, so if you want to get them before they're gone, now's your chance. But if you want to make it custom and you want to do it yourself, you can pick up a downloadable video, which is a lot cheaper, and you can make it anything you like. Doesn't even have to be colours, completely up to you. And the link will be down below if you want to pick up either version of Colour Fill. Okay, back to messing with people's minds. Now, let's talk about performance. If you want to pull this off and make it look like you're a mind-reading genius, here's what to do. Obviously, write down the letters Q, A, W, and G on a card. Then you get them to pick one of those letters, Q, A, W, or G. Now, tell them to go with their gut. Don't change their mind, just simply go with their first instinct. This keeps their decision quick and fast, and uses their intuition, which is key for these psychological principles to work. If they pick the letter A, which most people do, act like you knew. Nice and chill, and just turn it over. Or something like that, saying you pick the letter A, or go, you're thinking the letter A, or get them to write it down. Something similar like that. Yeah, I'd say, like with most, I don't want to teach you how to suck eggs sort of thing, but with most mentalism things, you want proof. You don't want to go, you picked the letter A, did you? Because if you've got a horrible person you're performing to, they'll just go no, even if they are. So it's good to get them to write it down or say it out loud before you reveal it. So like what I do Q, A, W, G, think of one now, perfect. What letter are you thinking of? A, thought so. Something similar like that, or get them to write it down like I said. You want that proof. You don't want them to go, no, when they were, just to make you feel awkward. And if they picked something else, then again, they're probably either really creative, like incredibly creative, and they're thinking outside the box, or they're trying to put you off, like I said earlier. So you can just say something along the lines of, and this can be done for any 50-50, or not even 50-50, but mentalism trick that goes wrong. You can just say, perfect. So I'll go through it to be fair. So if we go, I've got 4 letters, Q, A, W, and G. I just want you to pick one of them for me. Say it out loud. W, okay. Okay, perfect. I think you're going to be perfect for this next trick. And then I go on and perform that trick. You can play it off as like, they think outside the box, I'll be perfect for this sort of trick. You can even reveal that most people pick the letter A, and you can tell them about this video if you so wish. But no, you can tell them about the psychology that I've just told you and say, most people pick the letter A because of the principles of the second position, the letter A, and blah, 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 blah. But the fact that you pick the letter W shows that you're really outside the box, and that's perfect. In fact, I think you'll be perfect for this next trick. And then go on and perform that next trick, which is 100% bulletproof. If you really want to mess with the people you're performing to, go check out the Chase to Membership, which is my membership on Patreon, because on there, I'm going to be teaching you how you can make this effect even more bulletproof, from like 70% chance of you getting it. It's more than 70%, but at least after you've seen the video on the Chase membership, you've got like a 95% chance of it working every time. If you want to join the Chase membership, the link will be in the description down below. But if this is enough to make you go out and perform this effect, fair enough. All I ask is that you like the video, so I know that you like this sort of content, so I'll create more content of it. And, subscribe to the channel if you want. to see more videos like this. I've got some other videos out already, so if that's floating your boat and you like me, weirdo, then yeah, subscribe to the channel. That is all for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.